Hey everyone, Overkill here again for another video, and today we're going to take a look at the Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Gold Ranger. And I was really excited to see this get released. I would have normally passed on it, honestly, but I did see that it had a Tray of Triforia face with it, and it's something I do not have in my vintage collection. My other one that I had was a Jason, so now I've got both, which is really cool, and I'm glad that Amazon went ahead and shipped this out. They actually shipped it just right behind my Ranger Slayer, so he was just a couple days behind. So yeah, really awesome. Loving this line so far. Can't get enough of certain Rangers, and this one here was a must for sure. So first what we're going to do is take a look at the package, and we'll see the window packaging. We see the Gold Ranger, we see the tray face, we see the staff and some extra hands. We do know there's at least an effect, if not something else, back in this section. Here we do see it says Power Rangers Lightning Collection Zeo Gold Ranger and Hasbro. The top has nothing. The bottom, the information. This side just has some art of the Zeo Gold Ranger. Here we see the Zeo Gold Ranger spanning across to this side, and we see yet another damage package from Amazon. They're really doing that to me a lot lately, but this one's a little bit better shape than one of my other ones I've just got. On the back, we do see the Gold Ranger with that effect piece we was talking about inside, so it may be the only other thing in it. Now, with that being said, let's go ahead and take this guy out of the box. Take a look. So here he is outside of his box, inside of his clamshell. We'll see that I was right. The only extra piece that we couldn't really see was the effect piece. So let's go ahead and take him out and get a look at him. Here is the Gold Ranger, and the first thing I notice, he does have a pliable plastic shield. It does not remove, but it don't need to either. And the head may look a little stubby, but if you go back and watch Zeo, especially the American footage, this is actually pretty spot on for how the Zeo Rangers looked in it. Now, I did not get the Legacy Collection Gold Ranger, but this one looks like it has far better tones of gold on it than that one did. I know a lot of people were complaining about it being too much yellow. This seems to be pretty gold to me, except for these two pieces right here. Got a little bit more yellowish tint to it. So we're looking at the paint apps. We'll see that they done really good detail with this shield. I'm really liking how that looks. The helmet itself looks good. The blacks got a little bit more glossy in certain spots than others, but for the most part they match up. Not seeing a lot of paint flaws on this one, which is a really good thing. All the way down to the feet, looking really good. And for the articulation, I would say we got to be careful with this guy because you would start getting certain areas that would have a paint rub. But head, you could get it to look up that high, down about that low, but you'd have to work with the chest piece to make them look lower. And he has full rotation and movement because you can change that head out. On the arms, he does have butterfly joints, so you can see inside the shield there. He's got the upper bicep cut. He does have double jointed elbows. No forearm cut, but the hand, you do have good movement and full rotation because he does have extra hands as well. Same on the other arm. For the ab crunch, even with the shield, you can look down that far. You can click, and he looks back about like that. The shield starts to hinder that part of the movement. There is no waist cut here. It's all in this part that you can turn them. The legs, you see they're on a little ball here, and he's nowhere near able to do a split. But he can go up, same as the other ones that I've done before, to a certain point, and then it starts cutting the plastic. Kick forward that far. He does have the upper thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Appears to be no calf cut, but the foot bends up about that far. Bends down like so. No toe articulation. Same on the other one. So that's a good look at the Ranger himself. What we'll do next is go ahead and take a look at the extra hands. So on the hands, they're both identical, right and left. They're just closed fists. So we'll go ahead and just look at the left one. Pop it in. It's got a long peg to it. You pop it in like so. And there is the fist. And then the hand that came off is this one, which is a gripping hand. And it's the exact same on the opposite side. So that's the hands looked at fairly decent. What we'll do next is take a look at his staff. We have it here, and this is the Gold Ranger staff. Pretty good look to it. It's really nicely painted. The silvers are a little mismatched. Nothing drastic. Still looks really great. The gold looks really nice on it. Little red ball. So that's really cool. It just goes in his hand really easy. Just set it up like so. Next, we do have the energy effect. Now, I don't really use these with the Rangers, but it's just like a simple wraparound type thing to put on it. Just to give you guys kind of a look. And it just makes it look like he's powering up his attack, which is still pretty cool. It's real flimsy, real flexible stuff, like all of them. So you could interchange it with other Rangers if you wanted to. You can see it's real pliable plastic. And lastly, we do have the face, which is a Trifornia face, and he does have the little scar. And the good thing about this is, even if I wouldn't have got it, because it would have been Jason, now that I have the Tray face, I also have the Red Ranger, so I can change it out if need be. Now I just need a Billy face, so I can have that what-if scenario that most of us wanted back in the day. But we'll go ahead and change the heads out. Pops off. It's got a pretty big peg on it. Like so. It looks like he's passing his power on. Really nice look. And the reason I like the Rangers so much is because you could just do something as simple as him with his staff in his hand, and then just pose him like he's holding his helmet. And then that would be a great way of displaying these figs without worrying about the extra heads. You could just set them up like that if you wanted to. That's a really neat feature that they did with that, and I'm really liking that a lot. So, that's a really good look at the Zeo Gold Ranger. What we'll do next is go ahead and pose him up and do our final thoughts. Once again, guys, this was the Lightning Collection Zeo Gold Ranger, and overall, I'm highly impressed with this figure. Hasbro's been knocking it out of the park with a lot of their stuff. I can't say enough about them lately. I'm really enjoying getting these, and it's just so cool because it gives you an old school vibe, a new school at the same time, and just such great stuff to be added in with it. The really small stuff makes a difference. Having the unmasked head and stuff just really makes it pop, and I'm really digging this. Cons, I don't really have any. It's a really nice figure overall. Just watch out when you're moving the legs to not cut into the plastic. You just don't have as much posability as it needs, but knowing ahead of time will help out. The pros, you done know my pros about done talked you to death about those. So, with that being said, thank you guys for the support. As always, I appreciate all of it. Until next time, I bid you all farewell.